Uganda is a country of breathtaking beauty, but also a place where travelers need to understand its dangers, traditions, ethnic diversity, and cultural rules before arriving. From what not to do in local communities to the endangered animals fighting for survival, Uganda offers a journey that is both exciting and eye-opening. Located in East Africa, this nation is home to dramatic landscapes, vibrant cities, ancient customs, and some of the world's most remarkable wildlife. In this episode, we'll explore the real Uganda, its beauty, its challenges, its people, and the important things every traveler should know before visiting. Introduction to Uganda. Uganda is a hidden gem in East Africa, often called the Pearl of Africa. This vibrant country offers a mix of jaw-dropping natural beauty, warm hospitality, and an exciting blend of wildlife encounters. But perhaps the most thrilling experience in Uganda is getting up close and personal with the majestic mountain gorillas, one of the last places on Earth where you can witness them in their natural habitat. Uganda's charm doesn't end there. The country's incredible geography spans from savannas to mountainous highlands, from dense tropical forests to beautiful lakes that seem to stretch endlessly into the horizon. The cultural diversity is equally fascinating, with numerous ethnic groups, each bringing its own traditions, music, and vibrant attire. Gorilla trekking in Uganda. Uganda is famous for its mountain gorillas, and there are two primary places to see them: Bwindi Impenetrable National Park and Magahinga Gorilla National Park. Both are located in the southwest of the country, where the landscapes are lush, mysterious, and untouched. Bwindi is a vast jungle that hosts over half of the world's mountain gorillas. To reach these gorilla families, you'll need to embark on a hike between 3,280 to 7,874 feet in altitude, lasting between 2 to 6 hours. Trekking through dense forests, across ridges, and through valleys is all part of the adventure, and the end reward is more than worth the journey. Seeing the gorillas up close is an experience that cannot be replicated. Imagine standing just meters away from a family of gorillas, observing the way they interact, how they care for their young, and how their expressions reveal their personalities. It is an emotional and life-changing experience. The Magahinga Gorilla National Park offers a different but equally mesmerizing experience. With its dramatic landscapes and gorilla families that wander through bamboo-covered hills, Magahinga is a place of incredible natural beauty. The cost and value of gorilla trekking. It's important to mention that gorilla trekking is not cheap. A permit costs upwards of $700, but this fee plays a vital role in supporting conservation efforts to protect these endangered animals. Did you know that as of today, there are only about 1,000 mountain gorillas left in the wild? Their population has shown a gradual increase thanks to conservation and community awareness. This experience isn't just an adventure, it's also a way to contribute towards preserving these incredible animals. These primates are fascinating, living in cohesive family groups, forging long-lasting relationships, and showcasing intelligence and behaviors similar to humans. They're immensely powerful, but are often shy, avoiding rain, and even being scared of some insects. Could you imagine being a massive gorilla yet scared of a little insect? The money from these permits goes directly into conservation projects that protect gorillas from poaching and habitat destruction, and to the local communities that help to ensure the gorillas' survival. By participating, you are playing a part in securing the future of these gentle giants. It makes the entire experience even more rewarding, knowing you are making a positive impact. Uganda's unique geography and climate. Uganda is positioned in the heart of the African Great Lakes region. Its geography is diverse, with the Western Rift Valley splitting the landscape into distinct regions. To the west are mountainous highlands, while to the east you find vast savannas. This unique combination of terrains makes Uganda perfect for exploring different ecosystems, from high mountain peaks like Mount Rwenzori to flatlands filled with wildlife. Located directly on the equator, Uganda has a tropical climate. The weather can be unpredictable, but it brings a mix of lush green forests, savannas, and serene lakes. Mount Rwenzori, with its snow-capped peaks, is one of the highest mountain ranges in Africa. It offers incredible trekking opportunities for adventure seekers, ranging from moderate hikes to challenging climbs that reward you with stunning panoramic views. Meanwhile, the expansive plains of Queen Elizabeth National Park are perfect for classic safari experiences, where you can watch lions, elephants, and antelope as they roam across the grasslands. Agriculture, Uganda's backbone. A visit to Uganda would be incomplete without experiencing the hustle and bustle of its agriculture scene. Uganda is among the top 10 banana producers globally, with banana plantations stretching as far as the eye can see. Winston Churchill once described Kampala as invisible, from above hidden by banana leaves swaying in the wind. However, bananas aren't the top export coffee is. Uganda is the second largest coffee exporter in Africa, and agriculture employs about 70% of the population. Coffee farming is a way of life for many Ugandans. The rich volcanic soil in the highland regions creates the perfect environment for growing Arabica coffee, which is highly sought after worldwide. Smallholder farmers work tirelessly to produce high-quality beans, which are then sun-dried and processed before making their way to coffee lovers across the globe. The cultural significance of coffee in Uganda runs deep, and sharing a cup with locals offers a chance to learn about their traditions, their struggles, and their resilience. The flavors of Uganda. Ugandan cuisine is colorful and hearty, deeply influenced by its diverse cultures and history. A typical Ugandan dish is matoke, a banana-based stew often served with chicken or fish. Posho, a type of porridge made from millet or corn, is also popular and is commonly paired with beans or vegetables. Luwambo. Another traditional delicacy features beef chicken or goat cooked in peanut sauce and wrapped in banana leaves, giving it a distinctly aromatic flavor. Street food in Uganda is also a must-try, and it's common to find grilled meats, fried bananas, and chapati, a kind of flatbread sold at food stalls on every corner. The mix of flavors is sure to leave you wanting more, and food becomes a shared experience that connects people across cultures. Imagine walking through the bustling streets of Kampala or Jinja, with the smoky aroma of grilled skewers filling the air, children playing on the side streets, and food vendors calling out to passers-by. This experience isn't just about the food itself, but about the social fabric that food creates in Uganda. Sharing a meal here is a way to connect with the culture, hear the stories of the people, and learn firsthand about their traditions and customs. The harsh reality: poverty and education. Despite its beauty, Uganda faces significant challenges. Around 40% of the population lives below the poverty line, with many surviving on less than $2 a day. Access to education is also limited in rural areas, contributing to the cycle of poverty. Only about half of Ugandan youth complete primary school, and many schools lack resources such as clean water, electricity, or learning materials. This scarcity of educational opportunities makes it challenging for children to break the poverty cycle. Did you know that Uganda is also among the countries with the highest illiteracy rates in the world? A typical rural school may have only one teacher for dozens of students, and children often walk miles to reach the nearest classroom. Despite these hardships, the determination of Ugandan families to educate their children is inspiring. Education is seen as a path to a better future, and parents make significant sacrifices to ensure their children have a chance to learn. NGOs and other organizations have been stepping in to provide books, build classrooms, and train teachers, but there is still much work to be done. A young and growing population. Uganda is a youthful nation with an average age of just 17 years. Almost 80% of the population is under 30, and the population grows by 3%, annually equating to an additional 1.2 million people each year. This growth is drastically different from other countries like Japan and South Korea, which are facing aging populations and declining birth rates. A typical Ugandan woman has 5 children on average, which is starkly different from the low birth rates in places like South Korea, where it's only 0.8 children per woman. This youthful population presents both opportunities and challenges. On one hand, a young workforce has the potential to drive economic growth and innovation, especially in sectors like technology and agriculture. On the other hand, the rapid growth puts a strain on resources like schools, healthcare, and employment opportunities. There is an urgent need for more infrastructure to support this expanding population, and the government and private sector are working to meet these demands. Water access challenges. Clean water remains a luxury for many Ugandans. Only about 50% of the population has consistent access to clean drinking water, and a significant number rely on rivers, lakes, and wells that are often contaminated. This situation exacerbates health issues such as cholera, typhoid, and dysentery. Women and children, particularly in rural areas, often bear the burden of collecting water walking long distances with heavy containers. The lack of reliable clean water impacts not just health, but also education, as children may miss school to help their families fetch water. Addressing this issue requires significant investment in infrastructure, such as drilling boreholes, rainwater harvesting, and improving sanitation facilities. Exploring Lake Victoria and the Nile. Uganda is home to the second-largest freshwater lake in the world, Lake Victoria. It's a colossal body of water that plays a crucial role in the country's ecosystem. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to explore Lake Victoria's Thousand Islands or visit its chimpanzee sanctuaries like Ngamba Island? For any travel documentary lover, the scenery here is simply incredible. The lake is not just about natural beauty, it is also a source of livelihood for many Ugandans. Fishing is a major industry here, and communities around the lake depend on it for food and income. Uganda also shares the majestic River Nile, one of the longest rivers in the world, and a visit to its source in Jinja is nothing short of breathtaking. Adventure enthusiasts can also enjoy kayaking and whitewater rafting on the Nile's powerful currents. Jinja is known as the adventure capital of East Africa, and it offers a wide range of activities from river cruises to bungee jumping. The energy here is infectious, with travelers from all over the world coming to experience the thrill of the Nile. Wildlife and danger. When it comes to wildlife, Uganda does not disappoint, but with great wildlife comes great risk. Hippos, while herbivorous, are known to be one of the most dangerous animals in Uganda, particularly for those fishing near Lake Victoria. Despite their enormous size, weighing up to 7,000 pounds, hippos are surprisingly fast in the water and territorial. Have you ever thought about how different hippos are from their peaceful vegetarian diet to their aggressive nature when their territory is threatened? There are also dangers from Nile crocodiles, with infamous stories like that of the crocodile named Osama, which was responsible for numerous deaths along the lakeshore. These animals are powerful, stealthy, and can grow up to 20 feet in length. They remind us of the importance of respecting nature and always being cautious around water bodies. Uganda's spiritual landscape. Around 85% of Uganda's population is Christian, with the majority identifying as either Catholic or Anglican. A smaller percentage follows Islam along with minority religions such as Hinduism, Judaism, and local traditional faiths. Uganda's diverse religious landscape reflects the country's varied cultural history. Religious practices are an important part of daily life in Uganda. Churches and mosques are often filled on weekends, and religious festivals bring communities together in celebration. Despite the diversity of beliefs, there is a sense of unity among Ugandans who respect each other's traditions and often share in each other's celebrations, whether it's a Christian wedding or an Islamic holiday. Karimojong and Uganda's rich traditions. The northeast region of Uganda is home to the Karimojong people. Known for their traditional herding practices and colorful lifestyles, the Karimojong make use of a barrier of shrubs to demarcate their villages and to protect against wild animals. The Karimojong are pastoralists depending heavily on cattle for their livelihood. Cattle are not only a source of food and income, but also play a central role in their social and cultural lives. The number of cattle a family owns is often a measure of wealth and status. Their vibrant attire beadwork and body paintings are expressions of their identity, and they take pride in their traditions, which have been passed down through generations. Legal polygamy and family life. Polygamy is legal in Uganda, and around 8% of women live in polygamous relationships. In Uganda, the goal of marriage is often family-focused, and children are at the heart of a union. Divorce is uncommon, as marriage is generally considered a lifelong commitment. The respect for elders and the authority held by male family members are cornerstones of traditional Ugandan culture. In many parts of Uganda, family is the most important social unit. Extended families often live together, and it is common for grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins to be actively involved in raising children. This communal way of life creates strong support networks where responsibilities are shared and no one is left behind. For a visitor, it can be heartwarming to see how interconnected and supportive Ugandan families are. Things not to do when visiting Uganda. As a traveler, respecting local customs is crucial. When visiting the gorillas, refrain from taking photographs with flash. It can disturb the animals and provoke aggression. Keep a minimum distance of 23 feet from the gorillas to prevent them from feeling threatened, as well as to avoid spreading human diseases to them. It's also important not to swim in lakes and rivers, as these often harbor hippos and crocodiles. To ensure your safety, always heed local advice and respect wildlife boundaries. Additionally, be mindful of local norms regarding behavior and dress. Ugandans are generally conservative, and it is advisable to dress modestly, especially when visiting rural areas or religious sites. Always ask permission before taking photos of people, as some may not be comfortable with it. Cultural heritage and monuments. For those interested in history, the Masindi district is a must-visit, with the Omukama Palace, showcasing the regal splendor of the Bunyoro Kingdom. This region also houses over half of Murchison Falls National Park, a remarkable place where the Nile River plunges dramatically down narrow gorges. On Kasubi Hill in Kampala, the tombs of the kings of Buganda are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offering an incredible look into the cultural heritage of the Buganda Kingdom. The tombs are a sacred place for the Baganda people, representing their history and serving as a symbol of unity for the kingdom. The traditional architecture with its thatched roofs and intricate wood carvings reflects the skill and craftsmanship of the Baganda. Hot springs and natural wonders. Katwe Hot Springs in western Uganda is another unique destination worth exploring. The healing properties of these springs are well known, and the hot waters can reach up to 176 degrees Fahrenheit. The surrounding lush vegetation and conical hills make the experience of visiting Katwe as therapeutic as the hot springs themselves. In addition to Katwe, there are other natural wonders like Sempaya Hot Springs in Simuliki National Park. These springs are surrounded by dense rainforests, and visitors can witness the fascinating phenomenon of boiling water shooting up from the ground. Locals often use these springs to cook eggs and plantains, adding an extra layer of uniqueness to the experience. Traditional attire and handicrafts. Ugandan culture is rich in tradition and craftsmanship. The men wear the kanzu, a robe that reaches to the ground, while women wear gomesi, a long, colorful dress with volume around the shoulders, typically reserved for special occasions. Uganda's handicrafts are well known from raffia palm baskets to bead necklaces made from recycled paper. These items have become important sources of income for many women and reflect the resourcefulness and creativity of Uganda's people. The craft markets in Kampala, Entebbe, and Jinja are bustling places where artisans display their colorful wares. Each piece tells a story of the culture of the land and of the hands that created it. Buying a handcrafted item not only provides a beautiful keepsake, but also supports the livelihoods of the talented artisans. Traditional dances of Uganda. The Bola dance is a traditional war dance performed by the Acholi people of northern Uganda. It's performed in a circle symbolizing the fencing around a palace courtyard. The Baganda people also have their own traditional dances, Nkasa, Bakisimba, and Mwaga, each movement telling a story that ties back to Uganda's rich cultural heritage. These dances are more than just performances. They are expressions of joy, community, and the passage of stories from one generation to the next. Dance is often accompanied by drumming, singing, and ululation, creating a vibrant and festive atmosphere. Visitors who are lucky enough to witness a traditional dance performance will gain a deeper appreciation of Uganda's cultural richness and the role that music and dance play in everyday life. Historical context: Uganda's past. In the 19th century, Uganda became a focal point for European explorers, and in 1894, it was declared a British protectorate. Colonial rule brought about significant changes, including infrastructure development, education, and economic growth, but also forced displacements and conflicts. Uganda gained independence in 1962, and since then it has faced its share of turmoil, including the brutal regime of Idi Amin. However, despite its tumultuous past, Uganda today is a stable and growing country. The scars of colonialism and the dictatorship of Idi Amin are still evident, but Uganda has come a long way. Today, the country is focused on development, education, and improving the quality of life for its citizens. Tourism plays a big part in this development, and as more visitors come to experience Uganda's natural beauty and cultural treasures, they contribute to the nation's progress. Interacting with locals. When visiting Uganda, you'll find that the people are incredibly warm and welcoming. Ugandans place great importance on family and community relationships with elders held in high regard. Avoid discussing politics, as Uganda remains quite traditional, and conversations around such subjects might create discomfort. Do you think you could adjust easily to a community where family comes before all else? Engaging with the local community can be one of the most rewarding aspects of your visit. Ugandans are eager to share their culture, their food, and their stories with visitors. By showing respect and genuine interest, You will find yourself making friends and learning more about Uganda from the people who know it best.